Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick run through of the basics of Class Dojo for our first PD. So I'm going to go over class creation, adding students, archiving classes, and the avatars. Share my screen. Okay, so basic class creation. Once you're linked to the school, you're going to go to new class. When you go to new class, you're going to name your class. This year we did the class name and we wrote SY 2021 for school year. So I'm going to just make up a class name 1-203 SY 2021 school year. I'm going to make it first grade. And when you do this, you get the option to share points with parents. So you can share only positive points with parents, which is the automatic default. You can share all points with parents, or you don't have to share with parents. Personally, I choose to share all points with parents so that they know what's going on. It's a good tool for behavior management because if you have children that act out, it's immediate notification to the parents of if a point is being given for positive behavior or taken away for a not so good choice. So I'm going to choose share all points with parents, and then you would go to create class. Once you create the class, it's going to give you the option to add your students. If you're adding new students, you're going to type in the full name. So I'll use my son as the example, Robert O'Toole. He obviously is not in our school, so I would be creating a new student. I'm going to add student and save. If I wanted to add a student that's already in the school, for example, I'll use one that's in my class. Alvin Martinez. He already comes up. It says he's linked to Miss O'Toole's class. It would allow you to add him to your class. So then it would save. I'm going to delete him for now. So I'm going to add students just based on the people in my life to make it a little bit easier. Okay, this is my class. So it also has to do with classes, if classes are archived. I know that this year there were some issues where kids wouldn't carry over from one grade to the next because classes were being archived and unarchived. So when I spoke with the Dojo support team, they did let me know why that was happening. So let's start off with when you are finished with your school year, you're going to archive your class. When you archive your class, you're going to click it gives you the option. I don't remember exactly at what point, but it pops up over the summer. It will say, would you like to archive your class? You're going to click yes. When you archive your class, it will remove it from your dashboard. So based on what happened this year, Dojo support had told me that it was happening because it wasn't being done from a computer, but rather from a phone or a tablet. The way it was explained to me is when using it through an app, it essentially bookmarks the class from one original page. So every time you open it, it resets back to that original bookmark. So even though you archived it last time, it's not really archiving it until you log into a computer-based website. Also, all collaborating teachers can archive classes. So a cluster teacher can archive your class. Miss Ward, Ms. Rahmatullah can archive your class because they have teacher access. For my grade, for example, Miss Amin, Miss Williams, and myself all have access to first grade. So any of us can archive the class. And even though I'm the one that created it, we all have the same access to the class. So if there are collaborating teachers, no matter what position you're in, you all have the same access for anything. You can add students and parents, you can give and take points, you can write on class story, you can remove from class story, and you can send messages. Something that's really important to note, not everyone realizes this, if a parent sends a message to you or you send a message, that is solely between you and that parent. If you send a message, So I'm going to go in. If you send a message, it will only be on your end. However, if you post on Class Story, everyone could see it. Parent comments will go to every collaborating teacher. Teacher post will go to every parent as well as collaborating teachers. Messages are private. So if I go to send a message to Robert O'Toole's parents, once they're connected, I would type in my message, his mom and dad would receive it, and only I can see the response. Something that we did do last year was that if it was something important, whether it be about attendance or, you know, someone being sick, something of that nature, we did ask that messages were sent uniformly to both the co-teachers in the class. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna pause this for a sec. Sorry about that. All right, so yeah, so all teachers have the same access. That's really important with the exception of messages. So like I said, with first grade, what we did was we would ask if it was something important, didn't pertain to one teacher, or it was something that both teachers needed to know, if they could just copy and paste the message to both teachers in case one sees it before the other. So back to the original class creation. Once your class is created, you're going to see their monsters, their little avatars. You're going to click on them to give and take points. So if I want to click Alexandra and she was participating in class, I'm going to give her a point for participating. It ups her numbers. Say, for example, there are no needs work to begin with, so you're going to add skills based on your need in your classroom. I know in the past I've done homework completion. Homework completed, I would put, and then, you know, whatever we felt it was worth, 1.2 points. You could have it at 0 points, but the fact that they hear the ding is a good thing. For needs work, you could add something. We've done trip behavior on both a positive and a negative, and because they are so infrequent, we made that worth 5 points, either a 5-point loss or a 5-point gain. So if we were to do trip behavior, it could be disrespectful, whatever you so choose. That could be 1 point, just so that parents understand what's going on. You adjust those skills and say Alexandra is just not having a good day today and being disrespectful to a teacher. I'm going to go and click that disrespectful button. You hear the opposite sound, which is a little bit more depressing. They know that that point was taken away. And you can adjust what everything is worth. You can adjust what you want to give positive points for, negative points for. And that would go, once you adjust those skills, it goes to every student. It's available for every student in the class. You can give whole class points. So if all of the class is just working as a team or working hard, in lieu of pressing all 25, 30 kids, you would just do whole group. And for the next PD, I'm going to go over how you can put students into groups, inviting families, and their student accounts, class stories. Okay. If you have any questions about what I went over today, you guys know that you could shoot me an email. If you don't know my email, it's jotoole2@schools.nyc.gov. If not, Miss Amin and Miss Torres are on this team with me. They know the Dojo system. So if you have any questions, you're also free to ask them. And if there's anything you want me to cover or you have questions about and you feel that it's PD worthy, just let me know and I'm more than happy to do that. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this and for being patient with the baby in the background. I know you guys are all super understanding, and I'll see you guys at work. Bye.